About 500 kilos, and I think he positions nicely here.
What about Seat of Power? First up from a spell, Jack Duncan, Nikita Berryman.
Yeah, I'm going to wait for him to get to 2,000 metres.
All right, Paul, Bigboyroy, you know him a bit. Chris Waller, James McDonald.
He's had 9 first-up runs for 6 placings, Bernie, so he's never won first up, but he's had 2 trials this preparation. They'll roll forward, and he loves a good track.
Maxi Brutality is yet to win on a good track. Craig Williams rides for Joey Pride.
But has raced well on good in the past. I know that's a glaring stat, but I'm thinking here with a bit of give in the ground is perfect for him, and he'll get back, need a bit of luck, but will find the line.
Paul, Master Jamie looks like one of our leaders. He's trained by Graham Green. Les Tilley.
I think they'll have to lead from that draw. They have no other option, and he's always brave. He puts in. He was brave again last up behind Skyman. He'll give you a good sight.
Number 6 is Wapiti Maxi from the Jack Duncan stable, Taylor Marshall.
Yeah, 2 runs back have been pretty good, considering he was off the scene for a long time, but I'm thinking he probably wants further now.
All right, Character is number 7. Come on, give me a push, Maxi. James Cummings, Ben Thompson.
Well, he hasn't won since the Queensland Guineas, but he's been going around in, good quality races. He should be fully fit because there was a big gap between his last 2 runs. And the inside barrier minimum handicap, lots of ticks, actually.
Paul, Irish Playboy, is here chance here from the Johnny Smurden stable with Mark Duplessis.
I think he's a massive knockout chance if the breaks fall his way, which they didn't last start behind Skyman. You could argue he should have won the race last start.
Is the dry track sort of a downplay for Stardome, Maxi? Chris Waller, Damien Thornton?
Oh, look, there's too many negatives, I think, today in this race.
All right, what about Alcyone? He looks beautiful in the yard. James Cummings, Tim Clark.
He's been on heavy 9s at his 2 runs back, and I think much preferred on ground like today. So he's 3rd up. Everything looks good. I think he's looking for the 1,600.
What about Jetty, trained by Chris Muntz with Kyle Wilson-Taylor?
I tend to think that he goes a bit better over the road at Eagle Farm.
Paul Santero is going great guns at the moment. O'Day Hoisted and Jaden Lloyd.
Well, she's flying, Bernie. Obviously a 5th next to her name, but she didn't have much luck at all there behind Skyman last start. And if she gets the breaks today, she can win.
Arctic Thunder's the 14, Maxi, Annabelle Neesham and Tyler Schiller.
Well, ran 7th behind Eagle Farm, at Eagle Farm behind Antina. That form really stands up, so would be some chance.
Head of States, another Chris Waller runner here with Kieran McAvoy.
Yeah, middle distance horse returning. Could go well fresh, but rather wait.
And Kevin Kemp has the 17, Count the Coin, Tegan Harrison.
Yeah, another one might be just biting off a little more than he can chew today.
And I forgot. All righty, that's how they looked in the yard for the members' handicap here over the mile. Hard for me to really pick, so I'm sticking with my pick on form, which is Character. He's such a sort of plain Jane type, with no offence to Character, of course. But what he did look is nice and fit, really sort of focused, quiet, good parade. So Character on top. However, I am pretty keen also on the stablemate, which is Alcyone. What do you like, Maxi?
I think the toppy is clearly the class runner here. Sunshine Rising, good ground, good draw. And I love the fact that he's had a bit of a freshen up coming off a heavy, and that was his only moderate run since he's come back, since he was retired. So number 1 on top, over the 13, Santero. 11, Alcyone, definitely in the mix here. And Brutality, number 4 to run on. 113, 11, 4.
Very similar to myself, Maxi, 1, 11, 13 and 5. I'm with you with Sunshine Rising for the same reasoning as you. Looks to get a lovely run on the map as well. Got to carry the 61 kilos, but he's got the class and he should be able to do it. So happy to stick with him. The 11, Alcyone, just was glowing in the yard. And obviously, Bernie, you had a tough choice there between those 2 Godolphin runners. And look, if he gets the breaks in running, I think he wins. He's got the Ellsberg form going back last prep, ready to go. 13, Santero, just going to need a touch of luck, which didn't happen last start. And then the 5, Master Jamie, sometimes you just keep it simple. Back the leader. He tries hard. He'll give you a good sight at odds. 1, 11, 13 and 5.
All right, Don, this is an extremely open race, so we're very interested to know where the late money is going.
I'm not sure I can help you all that much, Bernie. I tell you what, Alcyone is the best backed here, but by $18, would you believe? More so than Brutality is the second most popular. So in a popular betting race, clearly Tab customers struggling to split them as well. So dual favourites here at $5. Brutality was as much as $12 into that $5 quotation. So that's been the biggest mover, and really can't make a case for much else. Those top 3, very, very popular. Difficult to pick them, split them.
All right, from the mile, it's a mad rush to the first corner. What sort of tempo are we looking at here? We know Master Jamie's going to be part of that.
Yes, he'll start up for sure. And Bigboyroy, I don't know, I find him impossible to follow, but will he go forward here, Paul?
Look, I think they will, Maxie, but I know what you're saying with him. Look, from that gate, obviously with Master Jamie drawn just underneath them, the temptation would be to let Master Jamie cut you across and just take up a trailing position. So that's what I'd be doing. But as you said, he's a bit of a hot and cold performer, Big Boy, but he looked the part in the yard today.
Yeah, Bernie, I was hoping that Sunshine Rising would be able to hold some position, maybe in the first 5 or 6 from that good gate. Doesn't want to be giving them too big a start with the 61 kilos.
No, you wouldn't want to be any further back than 3 the fence, I would say. That's what they'll be looking for. Okay, they are loading up nicely. This is the members' handicap. Here's Josh.
Rising, drifting late. Good late money, Halcyon, and also for Santero. Now, ahead of the state going in, and we wait for 3 of them to move forward. Bigboyroy and Star Dome, and also Jetty to move in. Played up a bit, not only in the yard, but behind the barrier. Jetty had a bit of a bean in his bonnet there before. So the members' handicap, a wide open market, and the final 2, Jetty, Star Dome, go in. Red light on, right for the members' handicap. Jetty is still dancing about. Now we're right, and the gates open, they're racing, and away well was Character, Sunshine Rising, Wapiti, Santero going forward quickly. Master Jamie, Bigboyroy, and also Seated Power right up there, and Jetty is going forward. But to Master Jamie's got the lead. Second, Bigboyroy. Third, Seated Power. Jetty's up to 4th, and Santero back to 5th, and Count the Coin 6 out, 3 wide around Sunshine Rising. A length and a half to Character. 3 wides, LCO going forward, passing Wapiti. Brutality further back to Irish Playboy on the inside of Arctic Thunder. A length away to Head of State, and Stardome's at the rear. So Master Jamie by 3/4 here. Second, Bigboyroy. Third, 3 wide, Count the Coin. Seated Power 4th, and 5th, the outside Jetty. Alcyone 3 wide. Santero's outside of Character, and Sunshine Rising covering some ground, followed there by Brutality. Next along is Wapiti. 3 wide is Arctic Thunder. A long way back is Irish Playboy. Ahead of State, second last. Stardome at the rear. 500 metres left to run. Just in front's Master Jamie. Second, Count the Coin. Third, Seated Power. Bigboyroy 4th, and Jetty going forward deeper. Further back to Character, getting away from the fence, and Santero wider. Alcyone's been deep, and further back to Brutality. 300 metres left to run quickly. Bigboyroy has taken over. The inside Master Jamie. Jetty's been wide, but runs home. Also, Character is making ground, but Bigboyroy's in front. Jetty trying hard. Character down the outside. Bigboyroy. Character lunging. Gets up. Character has won from Bigboyroy. Santero, Brutality, Jetty, a massive run, followed by Irish Playboy, LCO, no luck. Sunshine Rising.
Character has returned to Queensland with a win. Of course, he hadn't won a race since the Queensland Guineas. But today, he's been too good for them. Bigboyroy was excellent today, so he's back in good form this time. And Santero managed to offset a bit of an awkward gate, so 7, 3, and 13. Character. Inside barrier for Ben Thompson, trained by James Cummings in the colours of Godolphin. He's just been a little bit too good for them today, down on the minimum handicap. A couple of other decent runs in the race. Sunshine Rising, he had gate number 2, but somehow lost his spot completely. He's really charged to the line in the yellow cap, wide out, but the damage was done midway through. We're just waiting on that 4th number, Bernie, but it was Character, and you're having a good day. You keep on tipping them left, right, and centre. Well done.
Well, Character stole my heart last year. I know he's just the little unassuming chap from Team Godolphin, but he had things against him his last couple of starts, and we'll discuss that now with James Cummings as he comes towards us. So well done, James. Great to see this fellow bounce back today.
Yeah, it was great to see. We brought him back here to try to reinvigorate the horse, get some confidence back into him. And I just discussed with Ben, don't ride him like he hasn't won for a year. Ride him like he's won his last 3. And get the bit between his teeth and fill him with confidence. And look, that's a good result. I felt a bit for the stablemate too. He had no luck, 3 wide from the draw up there near the pace, and so it made it hard for Alcyone. But look, this his 4-year-old TFLO horse. He won the Queensland Guineas here, of course, a year ago. He's proved to be a better miler than a stayer, and he let rip with a good turn of foot, didn't he?
He looks such a delight to have around the place as well, and you could make genuine excuses for his last 2 runs, a leader-dominated run at Newcastle, and then back from the bad draw when they ran home in 33.26 last start.
Yeah, you're quite right. You know, he did well to finish within, you know, only a few lengths of the winner there, and not many lengths back from the pack. You know, the solid winner. But listen, his performance at Newcastle was evidence to me that the autumn carnival was not his go. I'd be better off saving him for the late autumn up here and the winter. And look, placement's been key with him, and if that can give him the confidence he needs to keep going on with it, then we'd be delighted.
Great to have you in town. Well done on the win.
Thanks.
All right, there he is, James Cummings, 7. Character beats 3, 13 and 4 as we head to Kembla.